the best part about it is that they're just going about handling their business. I was listening to Arvell Reeson is literally like 5-word sentences about himself and some of the things that Caleb has been talking about. The dudes are just so locked in here about just doing their job and not worrying about all the other things and awards. They know all those happen when you go win and you win decisively.
The Bobby Carpenter Show, only on SportsGrid.
We're going to have bet tracking for the first time. If you have a FanDuel account, you'll be able to track your bet on the Prime Video games. And tonight, if you are part of the ESPN Mega Content Service, we understand from an organization called Antenna that 2 million people at least have the ESPN Mega Content or Limited service. You will be able to track your bets also on tonight's NBA coverage. So this is the beginning of a major new era for basketball on television.
Newswire, only on SportsGrid.
Like Marchand said, they're all a bunch of dirtballs, so I fit in with them. You know what I mean? Remember, like, the Phillies baseball team, like, with Kroc and Dykstra and all those guys? Like, yeah, they're just a bunch of dirtballs, right? And that's what the Panthers are. They're all the same. Like, they all like to drink. They're all tough. They're all dirty in the corner. You know what I mean? They'll all do whatever it takes to win, but that's why they've won 2 cups in a row.
In-game live, only on SportsGrid.
For him and Cignetti are the most Spurrier-like personalities, Spurrier-like head coaches, and Cignetti's locked up. And you know what? And Ole Miss could very well lock Lane Kiffin up, but he will always be a fighting under. At Ole Miss, you will always be a little bit of an underdog because of who you're playing. At Florida, you don't ever have to be an underdog because of their resources.
The Bowden Blitz, only on SportsGrid.
All right, welcome back in Game Live. Game Day here on the grid. So again, while we were away, got a little action. Our boy Ohtani with an RBI double, not a triple, unfortunately, or a single. So we got one more run on the board, so it's 4-3. Toronto
Hell of a game.
leading the Dodgers. Yeah, crazy.
For Shohei Ohtani, huh? Hell of a game. I mean, 2 doubles and a home run for Ohtani. So we were talking about the top of the order has to do something. Hernandez got this started by getting on base, and now so Ohtani, Betts just popped out. There's 2 outs now, up to Freeman, hitting .217 in the postseason. But lefty on lefty, Freeman versus Fluharty right now. Single would tie the baseball game.
You know, that's the danger of bringing in a lefty, right? You got to face 3 batters now with these new rules, and you took the chance on, Betts was the main guy. You got lefty Ohtani, lefty Freeman. So Betts is the guy that really needed to step up here. He's 0 for 3 now. Man.
Yeah, and it was kind of a meek at bat, too. He popped out kind of meekly to left field. It wasn't hard hit, or it wasn't like, he was kind of like a golf swing. He got under it. So we'll see if Freeman only hitting .217 in the postseason. We're not asking for much here, Freddie. Just a single ties the baseball game.
Yeah. Would you walk him if you were the Blue Jays? I don't think so, right?
No, I wouldn't want to ask for trouble. The deeper you get in the Dodgers order, the hotter they actually are.
That is good. Yeah, he's been ice cold, so why would you? Yeah. So
yeah, you got lefty on lefty. He's hitting .217. You know what I mean? You take your chance here. It is. But at least we got a run out of this, right? There's a big difference between being down 2-1, sort of chip. Oh, that's a fair ball. That's a fair ball. We got a tie baseball game. We got a tie game. Freddie Freeman just lined one down the first baseline. Comes through.
Nice.
Yeah. Guerrero nearly made an epic diving play. Like he tried. Like it was close. And once again, our bald boy in right, Scott, gets in the way here. Check it out. This guy's just all over the place. Somehow, like he was there again. Watch, like his kid's having a night.
This guy's like, he's all over the place here. That is
See wild. The highlight here? You're like, oh, look at him. He's in the play again somehow. He's in he had to get out of the way again of the ball.
Wow. Whew. All right. Dodgers back to being a -192 favorite. That's why I said if you grab it, even if you have Toronto.
It's wild, this game back and forth, huh?
Yeah. Great.
Well, this is the classic case. I'm a fan, so I'm all in on the Dodgers here. And even, you know what it's like, Scott, like when you're a fan of the team, Red Sox in the World Series, something.
Yeah.
I'm sort of in fan even more than betting mode. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm just sort of into the game more than anything. But this is one of these classic examples, guys, where you really could have both teams at some nice plus money prices in this game.
Yeah.
When the Blue Jays were down by 1 early, they were like plus 275. When the Blue Jays just went up by 2, what the Dodgers turned into like plus, what did you say? It was like plus 190, plus 200. Like, some big numbers have been given on both teams in this game. Like Tom said earlier, it's true. Like, that's why I like hockey betting and soccer in game. But like, it really, there's big, it's over dramatic when they score a goal. It's like, oh, the team's up 1-0 now, and it goes from minus 200 to minus like 400 or something.
Yeah.
It's kind of extreme, right? You can kind of jump in, and it's true in the playoffs, it seems, in these World Series games. Good example, Scott. I didn't get to it because I think it was a break or whatnot, but the actual series price. The Dodgers, I look, when they were down 4-2, they were minus 140 to win the World Series.
Yeah, it's
so what are they now? I
Minus
see 250 here at Bet365. So I'm just stating, guys, like, it's a live market for real.
Even
when they were down
shade.
2, it went down to minus 140. Now the game is tied. It's only tied. They're not even winning. And it's up to minus 250 again. Pretty wild live swings here, huh?
Even in the World Series betting, not just the game, but for that even moves that much on every single run.
Yeah.
That's
every
nuts.
run, every pitch.
That's more than
every
what it
inning,
was to
Scott.
start the
It'll
series.
move a couple of cents. Yeah.
Right?
It's
the
higher
series
now.
was only
Good
like
point.
210,
It's higher now.
Yeah.
And we're tied at 1. And if anything, Scott, like, I wouldn't want to lay 250 with the Dodgers right now. Like, bro, we're seeing this. They're evenly matched teams. The Blue Jays can win this series. Like, this is not a rout. Like, if anything, it'd be like, okay, they were minus 210. Now we're going to make them like minus 165. I think that would be more reasonable, considering how good the Blue Jays are playing. Like, this is an evenly matched series.
Yeah. And you're already into the Dodger bullpen for this game, which you would think would be advantage Toronto, right?
Which means Ohtani better go deep tomorrow, man.
Yeah. So, it's interesting. It's wild how that could move. It really is.
And Ohtani's now plus 100 to be the MVP. He was like plus 175 before that. Even though he hasn't put up big numbers, think Yamamoto is 10-1.
That's not a bad, if he throws another
he might have another complete game. He could have another complete game. Last game of the year, they don't have to rest his arm. They could be like, all right, this is it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, it would be hard. Like, if he threw, listen, but for 10-1, that's the game.
Okay, but what about Ohtani?
If he threw another complete game, if this guy goes 2 complete games, even if Ohtani does miracle Ohtani things, right? I mean, especially if it's the clinching game, which it figures to be.
Ohtani's got 2 doubles tonight. He's got a home run tonight. He's got a home run in the series, even though it didn't matter in the game. So he's got 2 doubles. He's got 2 home runs, and he's going to get a chance to start tomorrow. So, like, the MVP sort of hinders on what Ohtani does starting tomorrow. Because if Ohtani pitches well, then it's going to be a problem.
Well, that's true. That's I forgot about that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's pitching tomorrow, Scott. That's the X factor. Let's say he pitches 7 innings and has 10 strikeouts again. Last time he pitched, he did have 10 strikeouts.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah. That would be tough. But I tell you, for 10-1, I think it's still worth a shot on Yamamoto. Yeah. I would still take it.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree. If he goes again.
Yeah.
And if you're looking at the Jays, Guerrero is plus 600. He's been steady, but he hasn't, he's been steady. Your boy Alejandro Kirk is now plus 750 to be the MVP. Imagine if he was a World Series MVP, Alejandro Kirk.
Wow. Wouldn't that be crazy?
This thing's a popularity contest, though. They're going to give it to Ohtani. If the Dodgers win, it'll be Ohtani.
Yeah. Ohtani's got more X factors in his back pocket. He's going to pitch. He's got it so that it's Ohtani. The
global media are going to vote for him. Whatever Japanese media that are there, they're going to vote for him. Like, so he's popular. The media like him. There's a lot going in. He's the favorite for a reason. Let's call it out for what it is.
Yeah. All right. KC threatening to blow this thing open here. They have it not blow it open, but lead by 2 scores. 2nd and 6 at the Washington 10-yard line. I think our boy Kelsey has hit his number because they're offering you over 100 now. 89. Yep.
Nice.
That was a nice little
good call. I jumped on it. Good call. I tailed it.
Yeah. 5 for 89.
Has Schuster got a catch? Let me check. Has Schuster got a catch?
Yes, he does. There you go. Schuster with a catch.
No,
yes.
Nothing but winners at halftime. Once again, Schuster, one catch. Nice. That's all it takes. Like I said, I like those one catches. You know what I mean? Just one.
Yeah.
One catch.
And Mahomes throws to everybody. He's like Brady. he doesn't have one guy.
No, he'll throw it. If you're open, he'll throw it to you. If you're open, he'll throw it to you. That's why I said, under the slot, the Schuster will get open at some point in the second half, and it'll be a quick hit type thing.
Touchdown.
Yeah, there's
Mahomes.
the touchdown.
Worthy.
Yeah, there's the touchdown. Who's it to this time?
Oh, Kelsey. I'm sorry, it showed Worthy there for a second. Travis Kelsey. Wow. He's got 10 more yards.
You know what? I played Kelsey to score a touchdown tonight.
Did you? Nice.
There it is. Yeah.
You got Hunt.
Let's see.
You got Kelsey. Yeah.
All right.
Kelsey's up to
99. Here we go.
Too.
Yes, sir. Travis Kelsey.
Nice.
There it is. Score a touchdown.
Yeah.
You know what, though? It was only minus 110. Pretty wild. It's not like he scores a million touchdowns or anything. Like they gave us Kareem Hunt, who does score a lot, at plus 250.
Right.
I actually stayed away from Worthy tonight and Rice and all those guys, Scott. Yeah, so I'm pretty sharp. I took Kelsey and I took Hunt, my 2 touchdown score props, and I hit Hunt first touchdown score of the game. So yeah, we've been on fire tonight. I can't lie to you, I'm betting smaller units than I normally do because I'm going to the baseball game on Wednesday in LA. And the ticket, hotel, plane fare and stuff. Yeah. I'm not great. So yeah, it hit me in the pocketbook.
Yeah, that's smart though.
The best part about it is that they're just going about handling their business. I was listening to Arvell Reese and his literally like 5-word sentences about himself and some of the things that Caleb has been talking about. The dudes are just so locked in here about just doing their job and not worrying about all of the other things and awards. They know all those happen when you go win and you win decisively.
The Bobby Carpenter Show, only on SportsGrid.
We're going to have bet tracking for the first time. If you have a FanDuel account, you'll be able to track your bet on the Prime Video games. And tonight, if you are part of the ESPN Mega Content Service, we understand from an organization called Antenna that 2 million people at least have the ESPN Mega Content or Limited service. You will be able to track your bets also on tonight's NBA coverage. So this is the beginning of a major new era for basketball on television.
Newswire, only on SportsGrid.
Like Marchand said, they're all a bunch of dirtballs, so I fit in with them. You know what I mean? Remember, like, the Phillies baseball team, like, with Kroc and Dykstra and all those guys? Like, yeah, they're just a bunch of dirtballs, right? And that's what the Panthers are. They're all the same. Like, they all like to drink. They're all tough. They're all dirty in the corner. You know what I mean? They'll all do whatever it takes to win, but that's why they've won 2 cups in a row.
In-game live, only on SportsGrid.
For him and Signetti are the most Spurrier-like personalities, Spurrier-like head coaches, and Signetti's locked up. And you know what? And Ole Miss could very well lock Lane Kiffin up, but he will always be a fighting under. At Ole Miss, you will always be a little bit of an underdog because of your playing. At Florida, you don't ever have to be an underdog because of their resources.
The Bowden Blitz, only on SportsGrid.
All right, welcome back in Game Live, Game Day here on the Grid. So handing out some winners tonight. Just looking at the opening pickoff that we had. I got the Dodgers. Okay, so that's still alive 4-4, right? Over 30.5 points. Kansas City's back in play. We got 21, and we're late third quarter. So that's at least we're looking halfway decent with that. With 10 more, not impossible. Let's put it that way. A lot better than it looked at halftime. Hunt over 18.5 yards rushing. He's at 12, and then we got the over over Brooklyn Houston Rockets at 224.5. That number, that was on a high-scoring pace there. I kind of figured, well, 130, yeah, it's over already. 130.97. I'm telling you what, listen, the NBA, I know a lot of people are stale on the NBA. They don't like it, right? But you just keep betting over Brooklyn net games. You put the mortgage on. Anytime you see a Brooklyn net game at minus or at 220s for the over-under, I'm telling you, bet the over. They can give up. They're going to be one of the worst teams in the NBA. I don't know if they win any game. They're awful. They're
in tank mode. They're in tank mode. The Raptors right now, you can't make this up. I played, we gave you guys over 232 in the Raptor game. The in-game total is 232.5 right now with 7 minutes left. So it's exactly on the number. It seems to slowing down. Not really. So I don't know.
Yeah,
but you know what I mean? Yeah.
Some of the games.
Yeah, it's slowing down a little bit. It was really on a crazy pace. It was 69-50 for the Spurs at the half. So they're up by 19. Wow. The Raptors have cut the lead right now to 9. And it was 28-26, so they put up 54, like I said. So it's sort of slowing down a little bit with the 54s as opposed to they put up 70 in the first quarter. But they only did put up 49 in the second. So we'll see if we're able to get there. 104.93 right now. It's 231.5 in game. So it's right on the number with the Raptors and the Spurs.
You got the Thunder leading the Mavericks. I bring it up only because it's 87-69, right? So it's an 18-point game. They just finished the third quarter. Gabe, I was reading in Dallas, they already have fired Nico Chance with the general manager. Yeah. They already have 3 games into the season. They're just not going to forgive this guy for trading Luka. If the Mavericks go in the tank, they're 1-2.
Even though they got Cooper Flag out of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Well, even though they got Cooper Flag out of it. But
they got lucky. I mean, they won the lottery, so you're right.
Without Kyrie, they seem to be challenged. I don't understand having Cooper Flag as the point guard. I mean, this should be a short-lived experiment.
Yeah. I mean, he wasn't a point in college, so I don't.
You're asking him to do something he's never done before in his first games in the NBA, right? And it's hurting everybody else. Exactly. It's funny. 0 assists in the first game. I played him over 3.5. It might have been my worst bet of the NBA year, Scott. I bet him over 3.5. I'm like, wow, he's the point guard. I mean, he's going to pass to somebody. Scott, I heard you talk, I can get a rebound. You or I could get an assist. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, at some point, you figure in an NBA game, it'll be like, all right, Anthony Davis is on my team. I'm just going to give the ball to Anthony Davis, and he'll score in the paint. Like, you know what I mean? All right, here you go, AD.
Right, yeah.
And then he's like, it's kind of hard, Scott, not to get an assist. And when you're the point guard.
When you're the point guard. Yeah,
I mean. You didn't pass to one person that made a shot in the entire game?
Yeah, right? I mean, that's all it takes in the NBA nowadays. It's not like old days, when I was younger, old school, date myself, you had to pass the ball and the shooter had to be kind of like in the act of shooting, like an alley-oop or something like that. He goes in for a layup. Now you just pass it to a guy, standing at the 3. He shoots the 3. He hits it. You get the assist.
Yeah, you get the assist. Yeah.
You're not passing the ball one time. You're right, to a guy who took the jump shot.
Like accidentally. Like, it's almost impossible. Yeah. Like, how bad is this? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's like
big defensive play.
When these guys fix these games with the props, they don't go under assists because you can't control that. They go over, because how can you prevent a guy?
And you figure it's like the easiest prop to get, too. Like, if you're a player, stat to get. Listen, I don't even have to do anything. I'm going to walk the ball up the court. I'm going to pass it to the dude that can shoot well. It's not that hard. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, to be a point guard, have the vision, get the ball, and especially on the Mavericks. They don't have that many offensive options. So, basically, Scott, is get the ball to AD in the paint, bro. I mean, seriously. Like, post AD up and get him the ball. I don't see how this is like – that's amazing that 0 assist again. For the record, speaking of zeros, we gave you guys Minnesota plus half a goal. I didn't understand why they were such big underdogs. It's scoreless right now, so we got a thriller, Scott. It's scoreless. Okay. Minnesota and Seattle, 61 minutes in right now. So they got about a half an hour left in the game. We got a scoreless game. If the game ends in a draw, we win the bet, right? Or if Minnesota score, we win. If they win, we win the bet. We got plus half a goal.
Wow. All right. By the way, Cooper, 2 points on 1 of 8 shooting. How long before Anthony Davis comes up with an injury? Yeah. I give AD about 10 games when they're 1-9, 2-8. And he says, that's it, boys. I'm done. Kyrie comes back, I'll come back. I guarantee it. You wait and see. Some phantom injury.
They're almost better off being bad again anyways, and just racking up the draft picks. You got Cooper Flag, bring in another stud.
Get one more stud.
Because you look at San Antonio, Scott. Yeah, the Spurs have a bunch of young studs. Castle, Harper, Wembanyama. Like, you can't just have one. You got to stockpile this thing.
Yeah. Then you go get yourself another top 2-3 pick. Then maybe you trade AD, get a top pick for him, and now you go get your third young player, and then boom. There you go. Now you got your team for the next 20 years. So Washington's going to have to punt 4th and 22 at their own or at the KC 49-yard line. So that's kind of settling in after 3. Not bad.
Please tell me the game is better next Monday night, Scott. Who do we have next Monday?
We got Dolphins.
It's not their fault.
Baltimore Thursday. We got that.
Yeah, I know. That's
a dud. That's a dud.
Well, at least you got your Dolphins on TV.
Yeah.
Like they plan these games in advance. So like sometimes we complain and we're like, what the hell? Like, why would you put these teams on TV? All right, Washington were supposed to be better than they are this year. Jaden Daniels is hurt. So like there's some things they can't avoid. But so, all right, Baltimore and Miami.
Ooh,
I don't think anyone thought Miami would be.
Arizona. Think about you're right.
That's
even
not too
the
bad.
Sunday
That's
night
entertaining at least.
Oh, Arizona, Dallas. Ugh.
There'll be points.
Even the Sunday night one though is Seattle, Washington. I mean, Sunday night's supposed to be the marquee. Like again, Chiefs Buffalo is
but
tomorrow.
Why put Washington on 2 weeks in a row?
Yeah,
like you know what I mean. Like why do back to back? Like they did that with the Falcons a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, Randy Kennedy coming up next.
Well, the best part about it is that they're just going about handling their business. I was listening to Arvell Reese and his literally like 5-word sentences about himself and some of the things that Caleb has been talking about. The dudes are just so locked in here about just doing their job and not worrying about all the other things and awards. They know all those happen when you go win and you win decisively.
The Bobby Carpenter Show, only on SportsGrid.
We're going to have bet tracking for the first time. If you have a FanDuel account, you'll be able to track your bet on the Prime Video games. And tonight, if you are part of the ESPN Mega Content Service, we understand from an organization called Antenna that 2 million people at least have the ESPN Mega Content or Unlimited service. You will be able to track your bets also on tonight's NBA coverage. So this is the beginning of a major new era for basketball on television.
Newswire, only on SportsGrid.
Like Marchand said, they're all a bunch of dirtballs, so I fit in with them. You know what I mean? Remember, like, the Phillies baseball team, like, with Kruk and Dykstra and all those guys? Like, yeah, they're just a bunch of dirtballs, right? And that's what the Panthers are. They're all the same. Like, they're all like to drink. They're all tough. They're all dirty in the corner. You know what I mean? They'll all do whatever it takes to win, but that's why they've won 2 cups in a row.
In-game live, only on SportsGrid.
For him and Signetti are the most Spurrier-like personalities, Spurrier-like head coaches, and Signetti's locked up. And you know what? And Ole Miss could very well lock Lane Kiffin up, but he will always be a fighting under. At Ole Miss, you will always be a little bit of an underdog because of who you're playing. At Florida, you don't ever have to be an underdog because of their resources.
The Bowden Blitz, only on SportsGrid.
All right, welcome back in Game Live. Game Day here on the Grid. Scott and Gabe, we got a tie baseball game, 4-4, heading to the bottom of the 6th inning. We got a football game where it's Washington and the Kansas City Chefs, as I like to call them, 21-7. Kansas City with the lead and the ball deep inside their own territory. They started the 4th quarter, so you know who we bring on to talk a little football, a little baseball as well. Our good buddy Brady Cannon, SportsGrid host. You see it here all the time on the Grid. What's going on, Brady? How are you tonight?
The sports equinox, huh? We've got the major 4 sports all in action: baseball, football, basketball, hockey,
5, Brady.
Stuff. What's that?
MLS playoffs. MLS playoffs as well.
Right.
There's 2 MLS. I don't know why, but there are.
Vancouver Whitecaps.
Good call. Yeah, they play. I was at the game yesterday. I don't know if I posted some videos. I was at the game. They won 3-0 for the record. I think the Whitecaps could legitimately win the MLS Cup. Whitecaps, LAFC, or Inter Miami. Those are those what I think will win the MLS Cup.
Well, I like the way the baseball game's going. I've got over 8, so that is going to get
there.
Home.
You go.
Yeah.
Oscar just got on base for the record.
Cool.
Yeah,
first base.
I wish we could say the same about the Blue Jays. I want them to win tonight. I don't care if the Dodgers win 2 out of 3, but I got to get Toronto home with 1 here. I'd like to see this thing go 6 games. I feel like the Dodgers are eventually going to show everybody that they are the better team and that they are going to win. But I'd really like to see it go at least 6. Go back to Toronto. Let's have fun up there one more time, and see if we can extend this thing a little bit.
You got to give props to the Blue Jay fans. It's a wild atmosphere they've created in that stadium. It's loud. Like, people are dressed up already. Like, behind home plate's a circus. Toronto's a lot like L.A. as a city. So everybody wants to be on TV. I mean, hell, the other night, guys, you saw there was a Colonel Sanders behind home plate. So,
I ran a golf tournament,
huge muscle dudes and stuff.
From Ontario, and they were at the game, game 1. And they were talking about how fun it was and how the town is so electric when things go well for them, because they don't, you know, the Toronto Maple Leafs, and there's the teams that you've talked about
the
it before.
Blue Jays.
Hard luck Toronto teams, right?
Yeah.
But when they have success, it gets pretty electric, and they were feeling good about it. So I told them I was excited. I hope it comes back to Toronto and they get at least 1 more game back there.
They had 5 million people for their parade when the Raptors won. It's big there when a team finally wins. The Raptors finally won, but the Raptors are like the least popular ones, right? Like, there's diehard Raptor fans. They're popular, but the Leafs have been around forever and haven't won since '67. The Blue Jays are very popular and do well, but they don't win. They haven't won since 1993. They won back-to-back World Series in 92 and 93, and they haven't won since. But just to add to it, Friday night is Halloween. It's the 31st on Friday. So just, the whole circus of a Game 6, and probably, Game 6, someone's going to be up 3-2 if we play 6, right? Due to the math, somebody's going to be up 3-2. So the World Series, the trophy's going to be in the building, and oh, God, Teoscar just got thrown out at 3rd to end the inning.
Oh, brother. Wow. Are you kidding me?
And he's not arguing. He's not arguing
guys,
it.
Are we on track for yet another favorite to win and cover in blowout fashion here in Week 8? I'm really getting tired of this. You guys probably
did you bet it though? At least I didn't lay the points, Brady. I played a teaser with the KC.
Killed in the contest. The only favorite I took was the Falcons. We know what happened there. I mean,
wow.
I typically am on the same side as the house. I'm typically on the same side as the house, which means a lot of underdogs, and it hasn't been a good last couple of weeks. And I also think it's been really bad football. I mean, you have 1 game in Week 8, 1 game, and then we go back to Thursday night that was and outside of the Jets. So 2 games in total of all of the Week 8 games that were decided by only 1 possession. Everything else was a blowout by multiple possessions. The favorite, basically covering in all of them except for the Falcons and Miami. Just
we have a few games
not a
this
good
week.
Product, man.
No, and it hasn't been you're right. There's been a couple of good games. The season started off with high-profile teams playing against each other.
Totally.
Yeah, but look at the bad games.
Great. Last 3 weeks have been really hogwash.
And get ready for the Thursday nighter, Brady. Baltimore Ravens, 7.5-point favorites in Miami against the Dolphins.
And then Arizona, Dallas. Boy, we and Sunday night, Seattle and Washington. Yeah, doesn't look like Week 9. Who knows? Maybe with bad matchups, we'll at least get some entertaining football.
Was he
yeah,
out?
He's
I
out.
don't know. Yeah.
He's out. He's out.
Leave it
At
to
first,
the
I didn't
dopey.
think he was out. Live, I didn't think he was, Scott, but he was out.
Yeah. Man. All right, talk with Brittany again. We'll get some thoughts on the football game when we come back.
Well, the best part about it is that they're just going about handling their business. I was listening to Arvell Reese is literally like 5-word sentences about himself and some of the things that Caleb has been talking about. The dudes are just so locked in here about just doing their job and not worrying about all the other things and awards. They know all those happen when you go win and you win decisively.
The Bobby Carpenter Show, only on SportsGrid.
We're going to have bet tracking for the first time. If you have a FanDuel account, you'll be able to track your bet on the Prime Video games. And tonight, if you are part of the ESPN Mega Content Service, we understand from an organization called Antenna that 2 million people at least have the ESPN Mega Content or Unlimited service. You will be able to track your bets also on tonight's NBA coverage. So this is the beginning of a major new era for basketball on television.
Newswire, only on SportsGrid.
Like Marchand said, they're all a bunch of dirtballs, so I fit in with them. You know what I mean? Remember, like, the Phillies baseball team, like, with Kruk and Dykstra and all those guys? Like, yeah, they're just a bunch of dirtballs, right? And that's what the Panthers are. They're all the same. Like, they're all like to drink. They're all tough. They're all dirty in the corner. You know what I mean? They'll all do whatever it takes to win, but that's why they've won 2 cups in a row.
In-game live, only on SportsGrid.
For him and Signetti are the most Spurrier-like personalities, Spurrier-like head coaches, and Signetti's locked up. And you know what? And Ole Miss could very well lock Lane Kiffin up, but he will always be a fighting under. At Ole Miss, you will always be a little bit of an underdog because of who you're playing. At Florida, you don't ever have to be an underdog because of their resources.
The Bowden Blitz, only on SportsGrid.
All right, welcome back. In-game live, game day here on the grid. What do we got, Gabe? Gabe's always ahead of me because my TV set's about 2 minutes behind. What do we got?
Big news.
Runs?
Springer's leaving the game.
Whoa. George Springer?
Yeah, no, I don't.
Look,
I'm looking up here. So Springer was at the plate, swings and fouls a ball and immediately sort of grimaces towards his rib area.
Ooh.
Like hip rib, like enough so that not enough time. Like he's in the dugout now. Like he's leaving his at bat type of thing. Like he can't continue as at bat.
And if he leaves a game, that's like maybe without an off day.
You don't leave a World Series. Oh, he left. Yeah, they're replacing him. Yeah. They're replacing him. France is coming up to bat for him right now. Wow. They just showed a picture of his wife in the stands.
Just took a swing, too. Just took a normal swing, right? I'm looking at it now.
Clearly, something just popped and something bad happened. For him to say, I got to come out of the game, because come on. This guy's tough, too. He's been playing through, like, he would have been like, no. Give me a minute here. Give me a minute. No. I'm not coming out. Like, but not only that, like, he walked right to the dugout, like, right away.
Has he ever had an injury like that before? Because that type of reaction is something like, oh, I did it again. I'm done.
Yeah.
He's been so beat up, like, with different things. Like, he's had a million different injuries. But, wow. So, this is pretty significant. He's been one of their better players. Let's call it out for what it is,
Yeah. Right in the dugout, right into the locker room, too. I mean, there's, like, he's sitting there with the trainer.
Exactly. Like,
nothing. Just
seriously, something must have, like, I don't want to speculate, but if you're hurt that badly, I don't know if he's going to play tomorrow if he's hurt. Like, if something happened like this,
Yeah. I mean, he could be done for the rest of the series, so.
Like he went right to the clubhouse.
It doesn't seem like anything that's going to get better in 4 days.
Yeah, he went right to the clubhouse. Like you said, Scott, they didn't talk to anybody. They didn't you know what I mean? Nope. Like, go have a seat here. It's like, no. I'm going right to the clubhouse.
He is DHing, so you don't miss anything in the field tonight. But all right. Any props with the football game, Brady, that you're on or you want to be on now? 21-7, Kansas City with the ball in the lead.
It's amazing how Patrick Mahomes continues to rush the ball for this Chiefs team. Pacheco's gotten a couple of nice gains here in the second half, but Mahomes was once again the leading rusher after 2 quarters of football. He hasn't run it since in the second half, but 31 yards on 3 carries. Yet here again, this offense now with Rashee Rice healthy and Xavier Worthy's back and Hollywood Brown. I mean, they just have so many weapons. They were showing the distribution on the broadcast of all the passes. Now, Kelsey,
that's wild.
Share was 7 targets, but I mean, there was like 8 guys that had a target. From the running backs, the receivers. 6
guys with a catch. 6 different players with a catch for the Chiefs, and 5 different guys have carried the ball.
Yeah. I mean, even if Mahomes is the leading rusher with 50 yards or something like that, there's so many different things you have to defend. And I think the first half even, Mahomes had 2 interceptions. It looked like the Chiefs that, lost the first 2 or 3 games of the season. But now here in the second half, they look like the Chiefs that have won the last few games this season and really finding that groove again. And that has everybody on alert, because when they play like this, they win Super Bowls.
Yeah, I'll say this about the
play the
Chiefs
Bills,
too, right?
They play the Bills this week. Sorry, I just want to ask.
Yeah,
who do you like against the Bills? Chiefs at Bills this week.
I'd take the Bills. I like the Bills at home, and it's
Chiefs are 1.5 point favorites too. I'm surprised about that.
Yeah, they look like the better team right now. Now Buffalo had a nice game on Sunday. We'll see if they got things right out of their bye. And that's typically like a team that I like to bet on when they struggle coming into their bye. I like to bet on them on the other side of the bye, because the bye is a good time to, okay, guys, let's straighten things out. Let's get it right. The Bills had lost 2 games in a row going into their bye. What happens on the other side? They did get their act together and they blew doors on the Carolina Panthers. I think they will find their stride again, and they're up for this game. They always seem, whether it's the Chiefs win in the playoffs, the Bills, the Buccaneers, whoever it is, all these rivals that they've had, they seem to win the regular season matchup. And I imagine Buffalo will do that again.
Well, are you willing this week? We're 10-2 right now. If Kansas City covers, we're 11-2 favorites winning and covering. 6-point favorites, Brady, coming into this week. Now, we had Atlanta lose as a 7-point favorite, but 6-point favorites.
They just scored again.
Brother.
Kansas City.
What do you mean?
Here we go.
I think about the Blue Jays. Okay, all right. So would you bet all favorites next week, or do you go contrarian? There you go.
No. Yeah, I mean, the books got hammered out here in Las Vegas, and I'm sure they did all across the country. And I think really it's been for 2 weeks in a row. I think if you look at week 7 and week 8, if the Chiefs come through here with a win and a cover as a huge favorite, I believe it'll be 20-7 the last 2 weeks for favorites winning and covering against the number 20-7. That is going to kill a sports book. Yeah, they'll still be able to turn the lights on Monday. Don't feel sorry for them. But, I'm typically a bettor that gravitates toward underdogs. And I don't mind being on the side that the house needs. I mean, that they build big buildings with torn up 3-team parlay tickets and stuff like that. So, I had my worst week of the year this year. So, no, I'm going to stick to that routine because I think the market will adjust. It'll correct itself. And it feels like really 3 weeks in a row now that we have not seen a lot of underdogs not only cover, but not even win outright.
Yeah.
The week before, week 7, the Colts were the only underdog that won outright.
Yeah. Yet to have a 10-point favorite lose as well. And it doesn't look like Kansas City's going to lose.
Yeah.
They would be 8-0.
And I don't like that because I don't know if it's the haves and the have-nots, but it is not a competitive and entertaining product when you have teams winning by 21 points, by multiple possessions. I mean, what would you rather watch right now, this football game or the World Series?
Yeah, World Series, right?
I'll be curious to see the ratings.
Yeah.
Because football beats everything all the time. I'll be curious to see, I think baseball will give it a good go tonight. I think.
Well, you got the Dodgers in Toronto, major market teams, major stars.
It's
on
a
the
good
Dodgers
series, too.
sure.
Look, it's 4-4 in the seventh inning.
Great game.
Yeah.
Absolutely. More
Vlad Guerrero is up now, too, guys.
Than the football game, unfortunately.
Blake Trinan in for the Dodgers. Guerrero with the single. 2 out, Guerrero singles.
He's having a hell of a season. He's having a hell of a postseason.
Yeah. He and Ohtani both. They're 2 stars.
Yeah. It's amazing. So, all right. So, what final thoughts on Kansas City here? They're going to win 28-7. I got 7 minutes to get 3 more points. I got the over 30.5, which all of a sudden is very, very much alive with that one. Would you lay 20.5 with Kansas City up 21?
I can't
that's what
do
FanDuel's
it.
offered.
No, I mean that's almost twice the spread. Yeah, well, it is twice the spread. I think this game closed around 10.5, 11, something like that.
Yeah.
In the contests out here, the Circa contest and the Super contest, we're getting 12.5, and I'm still going to come up short. So closing line value not matter.
How many people got whacked? Do you know? Did they release that at all? Any leakage from this weekend?
Oh yeah, over 50% of Circa gone. Yeah, there was 4,200 people left, and they're down to about 2,000. You had over 2,000 people only on the Bengals and the Falcons, and then some other riffraff. But basically, they're down to about 2,000 people through only 8 weeks, with 18.7 million on the line.
Wow, how about that?
Yeah,
are you still alive?
Yeah, and I know. I'm not, but I know a couple people who are. In fact, I played golf with Nick Bogdanovich today, who's a longtime Las Vegas native, great bookmaker, with a new upstart book out here in Nevada called Boomers, run by Joe Asher.
There you go. Randy, good job, man. Appreciate it. Do it again soon.
The best part about it is that they're just going about handling their business. I was listening to Arvell Reese and his literally like 5-word sentences about himself and some of the things that Caleb has been talking about. The dudes are just so locked in here about just doing their job and not worrying about all the other things and awards. They know all those happen when you go win and you win decisively.
The Bobby Carpenter Show, only on SportsGrid.
We're going to have bet tracking for the first time. If you have a FanDuel account, you'll be able to track your bet on the Prime Video games. And tonight, if you are part of the ESPN Mega Content Service, we understand from an organization called Antenna that 2 million people at least have the ESPN Mega Content or Limited service. You will be able to track your bets also on tonight's NBA coverage. So this is the beginning of a major new era for basketball on television.
Newswire, only on SportsGrid.
Like Marchand said, they're all a bunch of dirtballs, so I fit in with them. You know what I mean? Remember, like, the Phillies baseball team, like, with Kruk and Dykstra and all those guys? Like, yeah, they're just a bunch of dirtballs, right? And that's what the Panthers are. They're all the same. Like, they're all like to drink. They're all tough. They're all dirty in the corner. You know what I mean? They'll all do whatever it takes to win, but that's why they've won 2 cups in a row.
In-game live, only on SportsGrid.
For him and Signetti are the most Spurrier-like personalities, Spurrier-like head coaches, and Signetti's locked up. And you know what? And Ole Miss could very well lock Lane Kiffin up, but he will always be a fighting under. At Ole Miss, you will always be a little bit of an underdog because who you're playing. At Florida, you don't ever have to be an underdog because of their resources.
The Bowden Blitz, only on SportsGrid.
Yeah, welcome back in Game Live. Yeah, you can tell by my reaction. Bad news as the Toronto Blue Jays push a run across 5-4, batting top of the.
This is Teoscar Hernandez's fault, and I remember last week I brought it up. I brought it up last week about Dodgers are very good defensively. Edmund made an error tonight, and now this with Teoscar. They never should have scored. It should have been out at the plate. Like Guerrero's not the fastest guy in the world. You know what? A fan. It hit the cameraman. That's what happened. Unbelievable. This is so. It hit the man. These guys have been in the way all game down there. So it hit the cameraman. I was going to blame Teoscar for sort of like taking a bad angle on it. No, it hit the cameraman, Scott. The ball was a fair ball. Yeah, like if I'm the Dodgers, I'm like, whoa. The ball hit the cameraman, guys. It did. The ball hit the cameraman and rolled back into the field, and Teoscar, but then it wasn't a good throw home. Like, if it was a good throw home, he's out. But, you saw it was like 2 feet off, 3 feet off the home plate. It's not Teoscar's fault. The ball hit where's Dave Roberts here? Like, I'm bitching about this. I'm like, whoa. He's got to go back to third. It hit the cameraman. That's like fan interference. Unless is there a rule in play? Because it's not a fan?
Umpire, yes, but I don't think a cameraman, no. I would think that would be ruled a ground rule double.
This is unbelievable.
What I would be saying.
He doesn't score. I'm like, he's not going to score anyways. When I saw the ball, I'm like, he's not going to score. But he scores because it hit the effing cameraman. Here it is again. I'm seeing the replay again here. All right. Here it is down the side.
Down the side. Maybe it didn't hit him.
They're only showing Bichette. I don't see this side. I got to go to Fox's feed here. I only got Bichette's side.
Yeah, Fox showed it. Didn't really it ricocheted off the wall and then maybe hit the cameraman. But you know what? It might not have. Now they're showing a close up of it, and it did. It hit his thigh, or it hit his calf.
I told you. I'm telling you. Dude. Like, how is this not a dead ball, man?
I think that's
and why isn't Teoscar Hernandez or Dave? How come anybody on the Dodgers, like I saw it hit the cameraman?
Got to look that up. I'm thinking cameraman is not part of play. Yeah, it's definitely a hit.
It should be.
If it's a ground rule double, then they got to go back to
but that's what I'm saying. It should be second and third right now. But Blake Trinan sucks so hard, he's going to give it up anyways. He's the one guy you can't trust. And here we go. Are they going to get out of this? No. Now you got a little squibber. So now it's first and second with 2 out. 5-4.
Wow.
So it is. The cameraman.
We're being told.
Unbelievable. So some jackass cameraman from Fox just cost us a run in a World Series?
Yeah. Wow. You tell me if it hits the ball boy and stuff, even if it hits the ball boy, that's part of the field too. That's kind of weird.
Garbage. No kidding.
Yeah. That's
I understand the umping part of the field, like that is, it's like football. The ump's there. It is what it is. If you hit him, it's your fault. But I've never seen that. I've never seen a camera. And remember, we were kidding about this earlier in the game about people being in the way down there all the time. Like, what the hell are you doing there? It's pretty clear, guys. There's not enough room at Dodger Stadium for this. Like, put your cameraman somewhere else.
I mean, I don't know, honestly, I'm pissed. That really
this should be 4-4, Scott. I'm pissed off. Like, it should be 4-4 right now. No, the way that, dude, the thing is, the play took so long to develop, Teoscar would have gotten the ball first. Like, it wouldn't have taken that long for him. Like, he's not that much of an idiot. Like, the ball didn't careen off the wall, Scott, like it normally would have. You know what I'm saying? It hit the guy and took a weird bounce, like sideways. Like, Teoscar was coming in. He didn't have a hope in hell on that. And then after, I thought he was too casual picking the ball up and just throwing it to home plate.
Yeah, he had more time to really set up and throw it.
Yeah.
I don't think he thought the runner was going to score. I think he just kind of threw it in.
I don't think he thought Vlad was going to turn third.
Yes,
you know what?
Exactly.
Yeah, it was good base running by Vlad because I think Vlad, if I want to see it again, I think he kind of tricked him. Vlad sort of slowed down a little bit, Scott. Like, he sort of played him a little bit. Like, no, I'm not going to do it. And then he took off. Like, it was very good base running. Like I said, I'm not blaming Teoscar, but if the throws, if that's an accurate throw, I brought it up last week. I said he's the one weakness. But yes, you saw the play. He was nearly out as it was, and the throw was 5 feet away from home plate. It was on the wrong side. Like, terrible throw from Teoscar.
Didn't hit the cutoff man and just threw it into home plate. Like I said, I don't think he thought he was trying to score. I just think he grabbed the ball and just said, all right, let me throw it in. Wow.
The Dodgers are better.
After that, but 5-4.
They're better, Scott. They're better when Teoscar Hernandez DHs and Mookie Betts plays right field.
Right.
Mookie Betts did so many cutoffs, so many things last year. He did so many little things in the outfield in the playoffs that Teoscar can't do. But you want Teoscar's bat out there, but Teoscar's not a great defensive player. And that's not his fault, but that was a pretty bad throw. Like, you throw it accurately there, bro, he's out. Let's just call it out for what it is.
Yeah.
We just got scored on by Vlad Guerrero from first base, for the love of God.
First base. Wow.
But it hit the cameraman. Like, there's nothing we can do about it. Like I said, I thought it was in play, Scott, and it is. Like, he's in play. There's nothing we can do about it. Because the Dodgers be bitching about this. We can't. I thought it hit a fan at first. I was like, some fan reached over and it hit his arm or something. Because I saw it foul. It was a bang-bang play, but when I saw it live, I sort of saw someone reach over, but it wasn't someone reaching over. It was the cameraman not getting out of the way in time. And he's a pretty big guy, too.
And it was the ball boy, too.
You have a cameraman out there. Have a little small dude out there. Like,
we're both there.
Yeah. They were both.
So poor Hernandez has got to figure out where the ball's coming from. Meanwhile, he's got a cameraman and he's got the ball boy both scrambling from where the ball is Hernandez,
I'd have a word with his ball boy by now, Scott. I'd be like, yo, kid, you got to stay the F out of the way. I don't care about the ball. Like, you know what I mean? Who cares about having a ball boy here anyway? It's like, what are we doing? Stay out of the way. And now this cameraman, like, if I'm the Dodgers, like you want to talk about baseball gods, guys. If you're a Blue Jay fan, you were just gifted a run.
Yeah, definitely. So 5-4, Toronto leading, back to being the favorites, minus 162. Dodgers at plus 126. If you want to go back and forth, you grabbed Toronto before. Now you grab the Dodgers. They got 3 at-bats. There's plenty of baseball left, right? With 3 at-bats. Over-under is 11.5. So, all right, quick little break. We'll recap some of the other things, and we'll maybe take a peek at the NBA again. In-game live game day here on the Grid.
The best part about it is that they're just going about handling their business. I was listening to Arvell Reese and his literally like 5-word sentences about himself and some of the things that Caleb has been talking about. The dudes are just so locked in here about just doing their job and not worrying about all of the other things and awards. They know all those happen when you go win and you win decisively.
The Bobby Carpenter Show, only on SportsGrid.
We're going to have bet tracking for the first time. If you have a FanDuel account, you'll be able to track your bet on the Prime Video games. And tonight, if you are part of the ESPN Mega Content Service, we understand from an organization called Antenna that 2 million people at least have the ESPN Mega Content or Unlimited service. You will be able to track your bets also on tonight's NBA coverage. So this is the beginning of a major new era for basketball on television.
Newswire, only on SportsGrid.
Like Marchand said, they're all a bunch of dirtballs, so I fit in with them. You know what I mean? Remember, like, the Phillies baseball team, like with Kroc and Dykstra and all those guys? Like, yeah, they're just a bunch of dirtballs, right? And that's what the Panthers are. They're all the same. Like, they're all like to drink. They're all tough. They're all dirty in the corner. You know what I mean? They'll all do whatever it takes to win, but that's why they've won 2 cups in a row.
In-game live, only on SportsGrid.
For him and Signetti are the most Spurrier-like personalities, Spurrier-like head coaches, and Signetti's locked up. And you know what? And Ole Miss could very well lock Lane Kiffin up, but he will always be a fighting under. At Ole Miss, you will always be a little bit of an underdog because of your playing. At Florida, you don't ever have to be an underdog because of their resources.
The Bowden Blitz, only on SportsGrid.
All right, welcome back in Game Live. Game Day here on the grid. Scott and Gabe, hour number 3, fast-moving football game, but really the focus at this point is 28-7, nothing really happening. Kansas City's got the ball with 3.5 minutes left. We might be over by the top of the hour the way this thing is flying by, but really the main thing, World Series game number 3, Toronto's taking a 5-4 lead over the Dodgers, once trailing 2-0, back and forth they went, took a 4-2 lead, Dodgers tied it at 4. Toronto just scored to make it 5-4, and Dodgers now batting bottom of the 7th inning. Both teams well into their bullpen, so locked right now. Anything good happening for LA, or do we have a pitching change? Is that why it has locked, Gabe?
Yeah, here comes Shohei Ohtani right now. So the drama is big, and we talked him. So we're in the 7th inning right now.
Oh, I think he did it, Gabe. I think he did it. I got 5-5 on FanDuel.
Oh my God, I had it on the Fox feed by mistake.
Oh!
You can't make this up. You want to talk about an MVP?
Oh, my
2 home runs and 2 doubles. 2 home runs and 2 doubles. And by the way, too, as
you know what? I'll take it.
As he, this guy's unbelievable, huh? Like, it's unbelievable. What a series. What a game. But I can't believe I didn't see it live. I heard you. I'm like, I had it on the Fox feed. The Sportsnet feed is ahead. And they just show, too, he's the first Dodger to have, if he got an extra base hit at this at bat, he'd be the first Dodger since 1920 to have he'd been the first player, like 6 consecutive extra base hits in a row at home. I think that was his 7th. Like, wow. That's why he's the MVP. We talk about, like, he has big games, this guy, but so we got a 5-5 game now. Unbelievable drama at Chavez Ravine. Unreal.
2 doubles, 2 homers tonight. He may go for 6 for 6, and I'm not going to hit my cycle because he's not going to hit, a single or a triple.
Hey,
right?
A single is above
runs.
him. Like he doesn't hit singles. This guy.
Yeah. Wow. Listen, the guy. Listen, I know it's been a little bit of a struggle for him this postseason, but man, when he's on like this, keep on betting him if you can bet an at-bat prop, which you can. So 5-5, just like that. And again, go volleyball like we talked about. Now the Dodgers.
Oh, my goodness. And that 10.5 we talked about earlier in the game when it was at 6.
Yep.
We said, 10.5. And now here we go. We're tied at 5. So 10.5 over 10.5 hits. Unbelievable. This is just like, you can't make this up. Hey? Like, what a World Series, Scott. What a game.
Unbelievable.
Seriously, 5-5, 7th inning. This is good baseball right now. Like we were talking about the poor quality of football. Can't complain about the quality of baseball. This is lit, this stuff. Big back and forth. It's like a heavyweight fight, man. You're just going back and forth. It's like, you do a good play, we do a good play.
Yeah. And it's only the
You should have seen Schneider's face after. It's almost like, damn, what do we got to do, man, to finish these guys off? Like, you know what I mean? Like, Schneider just put his hand over his face, like, he just looked exasperated after the home run. The manager of the Blue Jays.
Listen, you'd rather have him batting bases loaded, don't get me wrong. But if you're a Dodger, that's when you want to have him bat. Right? You don't want to have him bat with 1 out. Yeah, that's true. Another solo home run.
Solo. Yeah.
Like, you can't pitch around Ohtani when he's leading off an inning. You just can't. You can't put him on base. So you have to pitch.
You know who's letting us down a bit is my boy Mookie. And then how many times is it like just quick out bats? You know what I mean? It's like you look up, it's like, it's Artie Freeman. You know what I mean? Like Mookie's gone already. Mookie's just been, like you figure he came through earlier in the playoffs when they walked Ohtani with the base loaded and all that, right? But for the most part, like he doesn't keep that momentum. Like, you know what I mean? It'd be nice, Scott, after that. You know what I mean? All right, Ohtani, all right, Mookie, drill a double now. You know what I mean? Let's keep the party going here. Let's, They don't play station-to-station ball, the Dodgers, much in this series. It's been very home run. You know what I mean? There's sacrifice fly. There hasn't been that station-to-station ball much. So we got 2 out, but Ohtani evens the game up. And here's Will Smith, who is a pretty good clutch hitter, actually. So we'll see. The thing is with Will, he does 3 things. He hits a home run, he pops out to deep center field, and if he's smart, which he can do all the time, but he doesn't do it, he does it more in the playoffs, is he'll just line one up the middle for a single. He's a really good hitter, so we'll see what he does here, but he's got a 1-0 count. For the record, Freeman walked on 4 pitches.
Yeah, Freeman walked. They pitched around him, so they wanted no part of him. All right, so who do you think has the advantage? Dodgers are 3 deep into their bullpen. So are the Blue Jays heading to the 8th inning if we get to the 8th inning. Advantage
I
anybody?
say advantage Blue Jays. Yeah, it's much. I got to call it like I see it. Chris Bassett's coming up next. They just show Chris Bassett. Bassett's is pretty good. So what do the Dodgers have up their sleeves? Do the Dodgers have a starter?
Yeah. You don't want me. You don't want to hear me say this, but Kershaw.
Is it?
No
yeah.
way, right?
Wow.
The best part about it is that they're just going about handling their business. I was listening to Arvell Reese and his literally like 5-word sentences about himself and some of the things that Caleb has been talking about. The dudes are just so locked in here about just doing their job and not worrying about all of the other things and awards. They know all those happen when you go win and you win decisively.
The Bobby Carpenter Show, only on SportsGrid.
We're going to have bet tracking for the first time. If you have a FanDuel account, you'll be able to track your bet on the Prime Video games. And tonight, if you are part of the ESPN Mega Content Service, we understand from an organization called Antenna that 2 million people at least have the ESPN Mega Content or Limited service. You will be able to track your bets also on tonight's NBA coverage. So this is the beginning of a major new era for basketball on television.
Newswire, only on SportsGrid.
Like Marchand said, they're all a bunch of dirtballs, so I fit in with them. You know what I mean? Remember, like, the Phillies baseball team, like, with Kruk and Dykstra and all those guys? Like, yeah, they're just a bunch of dirtballs, right? And that's what the Panthers are. They're all the same. Like, they're all like to drink. They're all tough. They're all dirty in the corner. You know what I mean? They'll all do whatever it takes to win, but that's why they've won 2 cups in a row.
In-game live, only on SportsGrid.
For him and Signetti are the most Spurrier-like personalities, Spurrier-like head coaches, and Signetti's locked up. And you know what? And Ole Miss could very well lock Lane Kiffin up, but he will always be a fighting under. At Ole Miss, you will always be a little bit of an underdog because of your playing. At Florida, you don't ever have to be an underdog because of their resources.
The Bowden Blitz, only on SportsGrid.
All right, welcome back to Game Live. Game Day here on the grid. Scott and Gabe checking out all the action. So we got a little rally going here for the Dodgers. They tie it up 5-5. Bottom of the 7th inning. They got 2 runners on and 2 out. Keep you posted on that. And the NFL
Here comes
just
Max
updated.
Muncy.
Not a bad guy to have on at the plate. 28-7 still Kansas City over Washington. 2-minute warning. Washington does have the ball, but they're not really in a position. 35-42 would be a touchdown still under. Touchdown still would not be the cover. So we'll let you know when that goes final. But obviously the focus here is baseball for sure. So Max Muncy, listen, you'd rather have Ohtani, but Muncy's not a bad alternative. Yeah, he sucks.
He just we got We can't bat every time, Ohtani. So we got a 5-5 game right now. Big time drama. But you could see the Blue Jays were, like I said, the manager, like a lot of times, they're pretty stoic and don't worry about it, is what it is type thing. But like after the home run, Schneider really looked dejected, Scott. Like he really did this, like he put his hand like after Ohtani hit the home run. Right. And even after this last out, Ohtani, Vlad Guerrero Jr. just sort of like started talking to himself like mad. You know what I mean? Like the inning was over. He was like, you could see him exhale like, muttering like son of a bitch, like, we're back to 5-5. But it's almost poetic, the way it's worked out, Scott. Like Springer got knocked out of the game, one of their best players. All right, you scored a run on a weird player where the ball hit the freaking cameraman. We're back to we're all even again. So it's sort of like, okay, like, you know what I mean? It's been a great series. Great game tonight. Great game.
If the Dodgers don't win, boy, you're going to read the headline. They hit 3 home runs, and yet only scored 5 runs. That's the thing. It's nice to hit the 3
home runs, man. It's been the killer.
Solo home runs.
The difference maker.
Good to get. We'll take them. But they've had runners on base.
This is baseball. I mean, Scott, now so we're going to what? We're into the 8th inning now. And it's basically, all right, is it next home run wins? Kind of.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? In the modern world that we're in right now, like, you hit home runs, you win baseball games. It's the way it is now. There's no ifs, ands, or there's no and or other ways. It's basically the Jays have been better at it of sort of stringing together, station to station baseball. The Dodgers, as we see, the Dodgers hope Ohtani hits a home run. Can he do it again, Scott? Can Ohtani hit another one again?
Tell me what do you think of Jack Dreyer, who hasn't pitched since the Philadelphia series, October 8th. This guy hasn't pitched in 2 weeks, Gabe. Forget 2 weeks. He hasn't pitched in nearly 3 weeks. And you're bringing him into a 2-2 or a 5-5 game?
Why not Kershaw at this point? Yeah.
But, yeah. Well,
and
they have no faith in Kershaw. None.
That they don't.
Wow.
I'm surprised, Scott, that they've given up on Emmett Sheehan.
Yeah.
Like he pitched a couple of innings on Friday and he got lit up. But this has been the guy. Sheehan's a starter, Scott. Emmett Sheehan's a good pitcher.
Yeah.
Like I didn't like putting him in the spot you put him in the other day. There's a difference. You know what I mean, Scott, and everybody? Like there's a difference between you got to change your mentality from being a starter to a closer. There's a difference if you're a starter and you're coming in a fresh inning and you're in a tie game and you're not coming in like closers and relievers are used to coming in like, all right, I'm inheriting a bunch of runners. Emmett Sheehan isn't used to inheriting runners, Scott, right? You're on the road. You're in Toronto. The bases are loaded. Like, it's like, dear God, like you were putting this guy in a weird spot here, man. And he didn't handle it well. He got lit up. He got hit. It doesn't mean we don't go back to him for the rest of the World Series, but it seems that there's a very, Kershaw, the last time he was on the hill, he got hit and they haven't put him out there since. It seems like there's a, one chance and you're out sort of thing with Dave Roberts and the Dodgers now.
Yeah. The only thing I'll say, Dreyer's a lefty, and 2 of the next 3 batters are lefties. Barger's lefty, and Jimenez is lefty.
They might not have a choice. If we go to extra innings, the Dodgers, it's pretty clear. Just like that.
Too.
Just like that. This Dodger bullpen makes nothing easy, man.
So they could have brought the lefty Kershaw in. They bring in the lefty
Miles
Dreyer.
Straw. Miles Straw comes in a pinch run right now for Barger. So they're pinch run.
Wow.
Straw is fast. Right, so the Dodgers, the Blue Jays aren't playing around. They're looking for that killer run, man. Right? They got their fast guy on first base here.
Yeah.
Pretty big to take Barger out of the game. Yeah, and Barger's good. You just took Barger out, They're thinking, let's go and run out of this with because Shaw's so fast. So we got a 5-5 game. There's 1 out now. So they just popped out. So we got 1 out right now. And you got Jimenez coming up. And then how big is this? Springer would be on deck, but they had to take Springer out of the game.
That's right. No, they pinched Random or pinched it with Ty France. I guess he's still in the game. So
yeah, France would be in, unless they want to do something with France. But there's some managing going on here right now, and
Mookie made an error.
Man,
jeez, come on, Mookie, killing
us
here.
Very un-Dodgers like tonight defensively, Scott. Yeah. They don't make mistakes, the Dodgers defensively. And in fact, you saw these guys turn great double plays. They're very good defensively. Yeah. They haven't been tonight.
I mean, that's
and there's another single.
Middle.
See, you just now first and second. So it was quick. It was a hard hit, but the these stiffs on the Dodgers bullpen, they come in, man, and they just can't get guys out right away. Everything turns into an adventure.
I mean, she's just making it. Listen, it's a semi-tough play. Mookie's going towards second base. He's got the ball. Just you throw it, good throw. He's out. All right. I would have bunted the guy over, to tell you the truth, but they didn't. He made it out, and then the next guy singles. So now we got first and second, 1 out.
Okay, so
now
here we go.
3. You keeping him in there?
So I was just gonna say, what are we doing here? There's got to be a better way. they're bringing Sasaki in now.
All right, good call.
Which I don't know why they didn't just start the damn inning if they were going to do this, but all right.
Yeah. Especially since you're batting last. You can get 2 innings out of him. You can pitch him. He's a starter. You can pitch
he pitched 3 innings. We saw, Scott. He went 3 innings before in the playoffs.
It's the righty-lefty thing.
Yeah, but that's so stupid. Who cares about righty-lefty? I want my best pitcher on the hill. Exactly. Oh, we're going to put in some crap guy because he pitched left-handed? What do I care? That's stupid.
Hasn't pitched in 3 freaking weeks.
Hate that.
He literally hasn't pitched in 20 days. Where's he?
And then you got an air that rattles him too, because he's the type of guy. Right. It's like, you know what I mean? It's just, they should have just started. You're right. They wanted to go the old, let's go to righty, lefty. It's like, okay, good for you. Now we got runners on first and second, and Sasaki's got to come in here and dig them out of this.
Don't understand it. The pitchers just, I'm so frustrated with that stuff. All right, so 28-7, ball game over. KC does win. I'll give you some final stats here. Yeah, it's officially over. Mahomes goes for 299, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Pacheco rushes for 58, Hunt 40. So we hit all our Hunt props. Nice there. Kelsey goes for 99. We hit all the Kelsey props with a touchdown. Rashee Rice gets 9 for 93. So we hit those. We gave out a lot of winners today with our opening kickoff and everything else with a touchdown. Mariota goes for 213 with 1 TD. Krosky Merritt rushed for 25, and McLaurin had 3 for 54. McNichols 5 for 64 for Washington. So Washington led 7-0 at one point. 28 straight points by the Kansas City Chiefs, and they win it 28-7. So, all right, we'll be through here. So, final thoughts on
KC
Dodgers?
was leading. KC was leading because because I hit the Kareem Hunt first touchdown. It scared me for a second. Exactly. I'm like, didn't I have? But I already got paid for it.
yeah. My bad. So, Dodgers win. What do you think? I know you're gonna say yes, of course, right?
No, I don't know. I'm worried about this. Like, they better score the next 2 innings because they're out of pitchers after Sasaki.
Yeah.
So good.
I think it's his game to win or lose, probably for the Dodgers at this point. So, Gabe, great job as always. We'll be back tomorrow. Keep your fingers crossed on LA, and let's get some more winners.
We're at it again.
Game 4, yep.